Hello, everybody. Welcome or welcome back to the Talk Podcast. Today, a little bit of a crazy story. Well, I have been reporting on crazy situations lately on this podcast, but today, um, thank God, it has nothing to do with child abuse. I am really grateful for that. Um, Today, it has something to do with self harm, some weird fetish, fraud. You know, just weird stuff that some some white man decided to do to himself, okay? Now, before I introduce the topic, I want to tell you something, just information that I did some quick research on. I could be wrong. Please drop in the comment if I'm wrong, but it's not even that big of a deal. You will understand where I'm going with this. So, I tried to understand how much do surgeon earn in the United States on average. I did not pick a specific state, I did not pick a specific city, and I also did not pick a specific um, position in terms of, are you the professor? Are you the leader of the surgical team? Are you just starting off? No. And also, I did not choose what kind of surgeon. They're neurosurgeon, they are plastic surgeon, they are orthopedics, different kind of surgeons. I just, decided to do very simple on average in the US, what do surgeons earn? And it came out to say about the lower end would be 395,000 a year. That's good money. To me, that's good money, okay? Because I'm a nurse, I'm a surgical technician, I'm a surgical nurse. I do not live in the US because they make much, much more in the US than I do where I live, right? Unfortunately. Well, it is what it is. This is good money. If I was to be in such position earning that much, I would be more than grateful. Even 100K, I am far away for the hard, intense, and the amount of responsibility that comes along with my work. I am far away from 100K. I am far away from 80K. And any other number that comes up to your mind, I'm still far away from it. But anywho, 395,000 is good money to me. Okay? And then there are some who make 430 to even 460,000 per year, right? Orthopedics, for example, if I keep scrolling, I'm going to find out more. Orthopedics, for example, and we know neurologists, is that how you say it? Neurologen und Orthopäden, Herzchirurgen und plastische Chirurgen, they are the ones who are on the higher scale of earning. Yeah? Depends where you are. But we know that orthopedics, they can bring up some good money home. Orthopedic surgeries, or surgeon, I'm sorry, make about 600,000 plus. 600,000 plus a year. I know this is not net. We haven't taken away the taxes and all the other good stuff, but think about it. 300 to 600,000 a year is good money, right? Plastic surgeons, they're about 540,000 a year. You get the gist. They make good money. If you are in the medical field in the US, there is a chance for you to make and earn good money. There is a good chance for you to climb, right, within your career, especially if you are a doctor. Good. Now listen to what we're going to see today.
Zero difference between this and transgenderism. It's the same thing. Cutting off your legs to become an amputee is less extreme and, by comparison, healthy. All right, here's something I want to play. It's a bit tough to watch. Nothing graphic is seen, but so more tough to listen to.
It's very tough to listen. It's disturbing, and it's even tougher when you yourself, you come from healthcare, you work within medicine, you've seen certain things, you know what people go through, and then to listen to this is not only disturbing, it's actually heartbreaking.
But this is a report from the New York Post. Listen.
This is a new one for me. I've just been discharged from hospital, and I was admitted unwell with.
Wait, he's talking a bit low, so let me try and put the subtitles so you guys can read along. Start again.
This is a new one for me. I've just been discharged from hospital, and I was admitted unwell with sepsis of unknown cause, but there were some complications of my hospital treatment, and I lost both my legs below the knees.
Sad, right? A sepsis is nothing to joke with. You can think about a sepsis as a mega infection. You know how a tiny part within your body can get infected, right? A sepsis is an infection that attacks the whole system. And the danger about it, because the infection is in your system, not just, oh, my leg is infected, or a closed up circle, a closed up part of your body. It's difficult for me to explain this because I'm not used to um, explaining stuff like this in English. I could do this better in German. But think about it, your whole system attacked all at once, severely. And the danger about it is, one, if the sepsis is not detected early enough, it spreads. And the outcome in many cases is that the patient passes, they die. A sepsis is nothing to joke with. Okay? Now, hearing this, you saw how soft spoken this man was. I heard this and I was like, oh my God, no. And then complications within his treatment. You're thinking to yourself, oh my God, what happened? What could have gone wrong? Why? How did you even get infected? What was the initial situation? Oh, you guys are gonna be shocked.
This 49-year-old vascular surgeon was once named the bravest in Britain after he had to amputate both
Oh, sorry, in Britain, not in the US. I'll add the research on what they earn in the UK towards the end.
of his legs. But now Neil Hop bravest in
Below the knees.
This 49-year-old vascular surgeon was once named the bravest in Britain after he had to amputate both of his legs. But now Neil Hopper, who performed hundreds of amputation operations of his own, has pleaded guilty to 2 fraud charges after he told insurers that his legs needed to be removed because of sepsis and not because of his self-inflicted injury. According to reports from inside the courtroom, Hopper actually froze his own legs with ice and dry ice to ensure his legs would be removed. In insurance claims totaling more than $625,000, a friend of Hopper allegedly told him to milk the payout. The now former surgeon spent some of the money on a $30,000 camper van and $340,000 on home improvements and a hot tub. According to testimony laid out against Hopper in court, the surgeon wanted his legs to be chopped off because of an obsession with removing parts of his own body and a sexual interest in doing so. In a disturbing twist to the story, the Welsh surgeon also admitted to possessing extreme pornography. Investigators found that between 20
Mm-hmm. I'm sure at this point you're already like, wait a minute. Plot twist. I'm trying not to laugh, but this is insane. This is insane. So basically, he did this to himself. He did this to himself. This is someone who knows more than enough about the danger. He understands medicine. He understands healthcare. He understands everything. He's the big boss within his field, right? And look what this person decided to do to himself. Destroying your own two able legs. No illness, no arthritis, no infection, no chronic pain, no injury, no disability, no deformation. No, you just woke up one day and said, how am I going to get rid of my legs? Oh, let me freeze them up. Well, that shall never end.
2018 and 2020, Hopper bought 3 videos from a now defunct webpage called the Eunuch Maker, an extreme body modification site which showcased disturbing mutilation live streams and videos. Hopper was reportedly identified during investigations into the website's creator, Marius Gustafsson.
Now, I'm going to say something people may not like, and I know this is going to be somewhat mean, and there are people out there who look similar to him, and they are great people. They are trustworthy people. They are nice people. They even have families, all that good stuff. But at the same time, I need to say, if you do hear about all these, someone running some suspicious pages, someone, doing some weird, funny, suspicious thing, it's always, they appear to, they kind of like, you know where I'm going with this.
Gustafsson made over $400,000 by showing his website's roughly 22,000 subscribers gruesome videos of him mutilating the bodies of apparently willing volunteers.
Okay, the first time when I heard this, I was like, I've not reached this part. I was like, how do you even get to these live streams? How do you even get to these videos, right? It cannot be AI because we're just starting to use AI. Stop it. How did you get to these clips, live streams? To actually learn that it was this man himself who was mutilating the people is mind-blowing. To learn and understand that there are a bunch of other people, 22,000 and more, who would visit his website and enjoy it, watch it the same way they're watching your favorite show on Netflix. Enjoy it sitting there, consuming it the same way I like to watch my YouTube clips. It is mind-blowing. It is sometimes so painfully shocking to learn what kind of different ideas people tell themselves to be normal. It is shocking to learn that a surgeon, a surgeon and like doctors, all that good stuff, when you think about them, you're like, wow, they must be smart, educated, well behaved, responsible, all that good stuff. Nah, they're just people. They're just people. I'm not saying all surgeons are like this. Thank God not, because I know many, many great surgeons, men and women, responsible, doing a good job. Of course, I do not know what they do in their private time. I couldn't tell, but they appear to be responsible. But, that is just the thing. Sometimes we have these ideas that, oh, because he works at the bank, he must be the best person. Because he works in a law firm, they must be the most responsible person. Because he has a doctor title, they must be, until you find out. Until you find out. I am lost of words.
All right. Well, sorry I had to share that with you. So this guy had both of his legs removed.
Let's listen to that again because it is really shocking.
Courtroom, Hopper actually froze his own legs with ice and dried.
Hopper froze his own legs. You know how difficult it is for many of us just to put your toe into cold water? We're like, I don't want to go in there. It's too cold. The water's too cold. This is not any ice. Wie nennt man das?
Dry ice.
This is, this dry ice. You touch it, it damages your cells instantly. This is not the freezing that your freezer does. This is you touch it and it is over for you kind of freezing. Das ist der Wahnsinn. Das muss man sich erstmal geben. Voluntarily. To himself. No reason. No condition. Well, I'm sure some mental issues. There must be some mental issues at this point.
To ensure his legs would be removed. In insurance claims totaling more than $625,000, a friend of Hopper allegedly told him to milk the payout.
Whoever that friend is not a friend. So you had to destroy your well functioning legs for 600K. I cannot wait till the end. So, what does it say? It says it's going to be a bit less than in the US for sure, okay? It's going to be less. Um but let's say zero experience, early stage, you're making your 50 to 60K, right? You just came out of uni, first 2 years experience, you're not making money, which is valid. You're climbing up, more experience, you're in it for a bit, you're making your 145,000 and more, let's say 150,000 a year. Lower end, 100,000 to 150,000. You grow, you're more experienced, more advanced. The 150,000 can easily become 200K a year. Orthopedics, for example, they make definitely 200 to 300,000 a year. He is a vascular surgeon, right? Let's see what they make. Average, okay? Please don't hold me on this. So pre-year, early stage, 100 to 150K a year, pounds. It's still far much more than what you would get in my career. Entry level, senior level, close to 200K. And the more you grow, the higher it gets, you can actually reach your 250 and up. That's good money. That is good money. And you see, nowadays, there are professionals in healthcare, surgeons, doctors, whatever you want to choose, who have also realized maybe with what I'm doing, I have the passion for it, I have the love for it. Maybe it's not enough. Do you know what they do? They're smart enough. They come up with a side hustle, or they make money not only practicing what they do in the clinic or in their praxis. No, they educate and also make money doing that. Some others are even smarter. They're like, look, I'm working many hours. I cannot find time to also, create a side hustle for myself, educating to get money. They invest. Others are even more smarter. They're like, oh, the country I'm in, the situation I'm in, the position I'm in, they do their research and they move. They go somewhere else where they can earn more. What I'm trying to say is, yes, this is good money. It depends on your lifestyle. It depends on what you think. Can be a personal choice that you might say, oh, this is not enough money. But there are options. There are ways for you to grow and get more money. Same for me. I could sit here and say, oh, I don't like what I earn. I don't like what I earn. Complain, complain, complain. It's up to me to make a decision one day and say, you know what, maybe I need to move to a different country and try and see. Maybe I need to add some more qualifications. And you know what I'm saying? But money shouldn't be the issue for you to destroy your able body. Oh, you want to be trans-able. Did you guys hear from this woman? Interrupting the topic quickly, but it's actually quite similar. I don't know if she got any insurance. I don't think she got any money of it because that was just a stupid choice, right? And you cannot stop people from being stupid. That's the problem. You cannot stop people from being stupid. There has not been any law invented that's going to stop people from being stupid. It's their choices. My body, my choice, right? Mrs. Crazy wanted to be blind. She's always dreamt, she's been dreaming about a life, envisioning herself. Funny, right? There's no vision. But seeing herself, oh God, she just wanted to be blind. She had a dream. And she thought to herself, yes, that's what I need. I need to be blind. So she did it. She injected or poured something into her eyes and now she's permanently blind. God gifted you eyes to see. You're healthy. You can enjoy this life. I know sometimes life is painful. We also experience and see things that are painful. I know. But the same way you see things that are bad and painful, you can also choose to see, look away from the bad and choose to see the good. And now all she's going to be seeing is darkness. While there are people who did not have the choice. There are people who did not deserve this. They were born blind, or they got blind over the years for some whatever crazy virus, bacteria, illness, condition, genetic, um, you know, they did not choose that. They would do anything and everything. They would give up everything just to see the daylight. I'm sorry. And here you are having people doing this to themselves. Oh my God, I'm really crying. I can't believe this.
The now former surgeon spent some of the money on a $30,000 camper van and 300.
You're a fool. You're a fool. Camper van. I mean, it's your choice, but after you did what you did, the first thing that you thought to yourself to spend it on is a camper van. Are you telling me you couldn't have afforded a van before this? You couldn't have found a way to pay off a camper? Like, are you serious? You did not even take that money and put it into something that's going to grow? That's going to secure your nonsense decision in future? Because if you are a smart doctor and surgeon, you should know that what I did to myself is going to get back at me. Let me put this money and let me invest in something, let it grow, even just save it. No, you went and bought a camper. You went and bought a camper.
$140,000 on home improvements and a hot tub. According to testimony laid out against Hopper in court, the surgeon wanted his legs to be chopped off because of an obsession with removing parts of his own body and a sexual interest in doing so. In a disturbing twist to the story, the Welsh surgeon also admitted to possessing extreme.
I am becoming more and more scared of this world, of this life, of people. If he enjoys this, it's a fetish. It turns him on. Seeing body parts removed for no reason. And this is someone who works in healthcare. This is someone who does surgery on people. You know how sometimes, unfortunately, there are patients who are suffering severe diabetes. The aftermath of it can, damage their vascular system, and certain parts, mostly the feet and their legs, are not receiving enough oxygen, enough bloodstream to, supply that area and keep it healthy. I don't have the right words, but I know that people who are listening on my platform are smart enough. And unfortunately, the end result is you need to amputate, right? Now my mind is going somewhere else. I pray and hope that this man did not put patients unnecessarily at risk. I pray and hope that this surgeon did not amputate people just for his pleasure. Didn't you guys recently learn about this stupid other doctor? It's not that difficult to be a doctor. Yes, you need to be a bit tough-minded. You need to be committed to studying, but basically you're not better than anyone. You're just able to keep a lot of stuff in your mind, and you have a good sense of, working with your hands, and you should have a big heart for human life. That's what it takes. They're not better than anyone else. They're not necessarily smarter than anyone else. But it is a blessing, because I don't want to talk down on doctors. It is a blessing that we have them. It's a blessing that we have people who are like, I will sacrifice my time. Not those who are just doing it primarily for the money, right? They deserve to earn what they're earning, because it is not easy. I also hope one day the system is going to recognize that nurses and everyone within the healthcare also deserve to get more, because this being there for other people day in, night in between emergencies is not easy. It's a draining job. So I am grateful for people like that. Even the fact that I chose to be in this position, I know why I'm doing it, because I have a big heart for people. I really care for other people, and that should be the first intention why you want to go into healthcare. Because you want better for people. You want better for children. You want better for elderly people who cannot do for themselves, right? Did you guys hear about this doctor who even admitted to it? At least we're happy that the truth came out, because we wouldn't have learned about this. And the stupid nurse involved in this, that they would leave he would leave a patient under narcosis, which has its own risk, leave the surgery room to go smash a nurse, to go have sexual intercourse, entertain yourself while the patient is at risk. The patient life is in your hands at this point, and you're like, I don't care, I'm horny now, let me go shack. If I tell you sometimes nowadays how people are, oh, it's difficult to go into the healthcare system and just trust that they're gonna be there for you. It's painful, and it's so painful because there are many, many, many of us who really care. There are many, many, many of us who really sacrifice for other people, but it takes a handful of stupid people, selfish people, like dangerous minded people, for the whole system to be dragged down.
Extreme pornography. Investigators found that between 2018 and 2020, Hopper bought 3 videos from a now defunct webpage called the Eunuch Maker, an extreme body modification site which showcased disturbing mutilation live streams and videos. Hopper was reportedly identified during investigations into the website's creator, Marius Gustafsson. Gustafsson made over $400,000 by showing his website's roughly 22,000 subscribers gruesome videos of him mutilating the bodies of apparently willing volunteers.
All right. Well, sorry I had to share that with you. So this guy had both of his legs removed on purpose. Obviously, a very confused person. I mean, you could even say that he's stumped. But but look, getting his legs removed, that was his. I will say that was his right and his left. So he's got one foot out the door and the other one too. So and he tried to he's in prison, as I mentioned, 2 years in prison, but he tried to defend himself in court, but he he didn't have a leg to stand on, literally. Okay, I was saying.
Yeah. Oh, I can't believe this.
I'm just practicing my stand-up routine. I'm gonna go on the road as a stand-up. As you can tell, I got a real talent, and I'm gonna go on the road, and it'll just be puns. It'll just be puns about amputees. That'll be the whole. That's the whole bit. That's a killer act right there. Anyway, all right. I did want to make. What point did I want to make besides the dad joke? There's the obvious one, which is that there is really zero difference. There is zero difference between this and transgenderism. It's the same thing, except that we put people in jail for this, and we condemn them. We condemn this behavior. There is no one saying that we should normalize it or affirm it, certainly, or take it seriously.
So basically, this man who has great opportunities in life, has all the chances and ways to make more money, is educated enough to know better, destroyed himself to get whatever kind of insurance money to go buy a camper, and also to please his fetish. to consume other people being harmed, and we do not I do not easily really. Could be because apparently he's one of them who likes this, who did this